Henyard says she is endorsing a new board, but not announcing who they are just yet, instead promising to name them later this month. Henyard is under investigation by the FBI.
Now she's teasing a big announcement that she claims will result in some of her opponents being arrested and charged.
How much would you be willing to pay to attend a politician's reelection party? Well, if you're in Dalton, Illinois, and interested in supporting Mayor Tiffany Henyard, it will cost you $50 just to walk through the door. That is right, $50, and that is only the entry fee. If you want to show more support, the prices increase from there. However, considering the controversy surrounding Henyard's time in office, one has to wonder, is this a bold fundraising move or a desperate attempt to cover up some serious financial mismanagement? The question remains open to interpretation.
South suburban politician Tiffany Henyard appears to have lost control of both governments.
Let us break it down because this story has more layers than an onion, and the more you peel, the more it stings. Tiffany Henyard, who has been the mayor of Dalton since 2021, is no stranger to criticism. She has been facing accusations of corruption, financial mismanagement, and even using the local police force to harass her political enemies. Sounds like something straight out of a drama series, right? Well, the reality might be even wilder. Henyard's leadership in Dalton, a small town of about 20,000 people just south of Chicago, has been called into question by residents, officials, and even some of her former allies. The town has seen its fair share of turmoil since Henyard took office. From allegations of extravagant spending to accusations of using public funds for personal expenses, it is no wonder many are skeptical about her running for re-election. However, Henyard does not seem too concerned. After all, she is hosting a re-election launch party.
Election is not until 2025, yet Tiffany Henyard has officially decided she wants to stay as mayor despite the cloud of controversy surrounding.
So, what is the deal with this party? If you're planning to attend, be ready to shell out some cash. The entry fee is $50, but that is just the beginning. Henyard's campaign has set up a tiered donation system, and the more you give, the fancier your title becomes. For $35, you can be a resident supporter, but, interestingly, that amount will not even get you into the party. It seems Tiffany is putting a price tag on loyalty, and it is not cheap. Let us talk about these donation tiers because they are quite outrageous. After the $35 resident supporter level, you need to pay $50 to be just a supporter. That is an extra $15 for what seems like little to no upgrade. It does not stop there. Feeling generous? For $150, you can become a bronze supporter. Want more prestige? Fork over $500 to become a silver sponsor. But the top tiers are even pricier. $1,000 makes you a gold sponsor, and $5,000 earns you the coveted platinum sponsor title.
Micah, tonight was a special board meeting because business has not gotten done at 2 previous meetings, so that's some progress there. But this meeting was not without its fair share of.
Let us pause for a moment. $5,000 for a re-election party? It is no surprise that people are questioning where all this money is going. After all, Mayor Tiffany Henyard has previously been accused of misusing public funds, so it is not far-fetched to wonder if this is just another cash grab. To make matters even more questionable, one way to donate is through a Zelle account directly linked to her personal bank account. Yes, you heard that correctly, Zelle payments straight to her account. That is hardly standard practice for a political campaign, is it? It certainly raises questions about what is happening behind the scenes. Still, Henyard seems determined to stay in power despite mounting opposition. She has even referred to herself as the super mayor, a title that has rubbed many the wrong way. However, it is not just the title, it is how she has been running Dalton. Residents and trustees alike have accused her of governing the town like a dictatorship, using the police force to intimidate her opponents, and spending taxpayer money on extravagant parties and unnecessary expenses. Meanwhile, Dalton's finances continue sinking deeper into debt, and Henyard appears more focused on self-promotion than addressing the town's real issues.
Well, for the first time in many weeks, Dalton trustees and Mayor Tiffany Henyard held a public meeting together, but not at Village Hall.
Speaking of finances, things are looking pretty rough for Dalton right now. According to reports, the town is $5 million in debt, and the situation does not seem to be improving. Some have even speculated that the town's police cars may have to be repossessed because the village cannot keep up with payments. However, Mayor Tiffany Henyard does not appear to be too concerned about any of this. Instead, she seems more focused on keeping her image at the forefront. She has plastered her face on billboards and posters all over town with slogans like "Keeping My Promises" and "The People's Choice." This is giving off some serious dictator vibes, and residents are not happy about it. One Dalton resident even compared Henyard's self-promotion to that of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, saying, "It is like a dictator. There is no call for it." The resident added, "I have never seen a town that is more screwed up under her, and I have seen 20 years of this nonsense." People are fed up with her antics. But Henyard does not seem to care. She is doubling down, continuing to spend village money on things like security details, luxury travel, and even a personal skating rink that reportedly only opens when she feels like hosting an event.
Township tonight as another board meeting got canceled because of a lack of a quorum.
And that came after a disagreement about where to hold the meeting as trustees expressed concerns for their safety.
Despite everything going on, Mayor Tiffany Henyard is pressing forward with her re-election campaign. She has even proposed a salary ordinance that would cut the pay for whoever takes her seat if she loses the next election, all while keeping her own salary intact. Talk about a power move. It is clear that Henyard is not backing down without a fight, but at what cost? Let us not forget the FBI investigation currently looming over her. Earlier this year, federal agents served subpoenas to gather financial records and business documentation from Dalton and nearby Thornton Township, where Henyard also serves as supervisor. The investigation is reportedly looking into allegations of financial misconduct, including accusations that Henyard has been using taxpayer funds for personal expenses. We are talking about thousands of dollars spent on things like Amazon purchases, dining out, and even luxury hotels. If these accusations are true, Henyard could find herself in serious trouble. Interestingly, Henyard has remained tight-lipped about the investigation. She has denied any wrongdoing, of course, but has been careful not to reveal too much. In a recent Facebook Live broadcast, she addressed some of the accusations against her, but instead of providing concrete evidence to clear her name, she went on a nearly 90-minute rant, blaming her opponents for the town's problems and promising to spill the tea at a later date. Henyard has made similar promises in the past, even teasing a tell-all podcast where she would reveal the truth about her critics. However, nothing has materialized so far, and it is starting to feel like a lot of empty promises.
Dalton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard has not paid her rent, and now she wants...
Despite all of this, Mayor Tiffany Henyard seems confident that she will be reelected. She has already announced her campaign and is gearing up for what she believes will be a landslide victory. However, the people of Dalton may not be so easily swayed this time around. Trustees and residents alike are fed up with the way things have been going, and many are calling for change. Trustee Jason House, who is part of the Clean House slate and is running against Henyard, has been vocal about the need to restore decency and order to the village. He is not alone in his stance. Residents have been speaking out at public meetings, demanding accountability and transparency from their mayor. One resident even said, "This is an embarrassment to Dalton. Why won't you step down?" It is a fair question, but it does not appear Henyard has any plans to do so. She has been using every tactic in the book to hold on to power. She has even threatened to have her political opponents arrested. That is right, arrested. During one of her infamous Facebook Live broadcasts, Henyard declared that she would press charges against certain individuals, though she did not specify what crimes they allegedly committed. It is a bold move, especially considering that Henyard herself is facing an eviction lawsuit for failing to pay rent on her home. Yes, you heard that right. Tiffany Henyard, the self-proclaimed super mayor, is months behind on rent and being sued by her landlord.
Henyard's landlord showed up here to see her tenant in person after she says Henyard has been dodging both her and rent payments for months.
Her landlord, Janetta Hull, recently spoke out about the situation, revealing that Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, have not paid rent since August. According to Hull, the couple owes her several $1,000s and has even gone so far as to change the locks on the home to keep her out. Hull, who once considered Henyard a friend, now regrets ever renting to her. She has filed an eviction lawsuit, but so far, she has not been able to serve the papers because Henyard has been avoiding her. Hull said, "At some point, you have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you. Just pay your rent." It is a damning situation for someone trying to lead a town. But let us not forget Henyard's other financial troubles. In addition to the rent issues, there is an ongoing FBI investigation into her spending habits. Reports indicate that Henyard has been using the village's credit card to make questionable purchases, including a $43,000 shopping spree on Amazon. She has also been accused of spending thousands of dollars on luxury travel, dining, and entertainment, all while Dalton's finances continue to spiral out of control. It is no surprise that people are questioning her leadership.
Stories new at 6. Embattled Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is mounting a re-election bid. Henyard made the announcement in a post on her Facebook page.
As if that were not enough, there is also the matter of Henyard's security detail. Since a protest over a shooting in 2021, Henyard has been using police officers as her bodyguards, and she has accumulated over $1 million in overtime pay for the officers. According to former Dalton Police Chief Robert Collins, who was fired by Henyard late last year, the mayor has been using the officers not just for protection, but also for personal errands, such as picking up her daughter from school or going shopping. Collins even admitted that Henyard had ordered him to target certain individuals for harassment, which only adds to the growing list of accusations against her. So, what do you think? Is Tiffany Henyard's re-election campaign just a desperate attempt to hold on to power, or does she genuinely believe she is the best person to lead Dalton? And what about that $50 entry fee? Would you pay it to attend her party? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, stay tuned for more updates on the drama unfolding in Dalton, because something tells us the story is far from over.